Hi guys, welcome back to the yarn making series. Today we are pausing in between our setting of twists because it just so happens that I need to dye this yarn. So I'm going to put on my gloves here real quick. You can tell I've used them before. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, so the first thing you do, I've got my yarn still wet on my knitty-notty. Now, if I was going to take this off, I could do that because I've already tied these figure 8 knots here. So it's literally just a figure 8. You go over, under. If it was really thick, you would do it like 3 times, get 3 sections of yarn and tie it, but this is only 2. So I've just gone over and under in a figure 8 and tied this off on each side. So this has been soaking for 30 minutes, and that actually goes right along with the directions for my Ashford dyes. So I'm going to use Ashford dye. I'm over dyeing this natural chocolate brown purple in the hopes of getting a true black. So I happen to get these cool beakers off of eBay. You can get them sometimes. Teachers, schools and stuff will be getting rid of them. And so I highly recommend getting those because then you have something to measure your dyes with that you know you're not going to use for cooking. And you really do not want to use anything you would ever use for cooking for making dyes, okay? Now I'm only dyeing a little bit of fiber, so I'm just barely putting a teensy tiny bit of dye in here, and then I'm gonna switch you over here to my sink area. And what you want to do is you want to dissolve all this in your water. So get your this is kind of cattywampus, isn't it? So we'll get this kind of warm. Fortunately, I can feel warm through here. Heat up. Now, if I was being uber safe, I'd be wearing my mask, but it's hard to film while you're and speak while you're wearing a mask, so that's why I'm not doing it. But you get that good and dissolved, and once this is good and dissolved, you're going to add 150 milliliters of white vinegar. So see, 150. This is super cold. It was in my workshop and it actually popped the lid of a brand new thing open. So we're going to combine that. So now I have my purple dye in here and it's dissolved. And so then I'm going to put it in my crock pot. Now, these are crock pots that never get used for food. They're only used, I've got like a set of 3, and they're only used for dye. So I'm going to take my yarn off of my knitty-notty, just like so. Now, I also don't normally do this in my kitchen. I normally do this either in my basement or my workshop. Because again, you kind of want to avoid being where you prepare food. But I will go ahead and pour in my dye into my, I just have the water warmed in here. And put that in and totally submerge it. Okay, And I think this is going to work out just fine with just this amount of dye. But if it doesn't, we can add more dye or a different color. You know, I was thinking about going with navy blue, since I don't actually have any more black. I used it when I was making the scarf. So that was a bummer. I'm all out of black. But I asked my mom, well, I'm over dyeing chocolate brown. So would you like your black to be more blue black or more purple black? And she said purple black. So that's what we've got going on. So that's the deal. This will stay in here quite a while, actually. I'll probably keep it in here for like an hour. It needs to get to a certain temperature. It needs to get around 160 degrees. And this is a crock pot. Even though I have it on high, it's going to take a while for that amount of liquid to get to that temperature. So we'll see. It's a crock pot. You know, I got to get it out of here before it's dinner preparation time. It's 2:35 now. I usually start dinner around 4, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be a takeout night. As so often is the case when I'm filming and doing a lot of fiber projects. So we'll see. We'll pull it out and look at it later, and hopefully it'll be perfection. I will try to piece this video together with another video so you can see the results. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.